Front-end web development. What is it? And what steps can you take in order to get a job as a front-end developer? Simply put, front-end web development is a process of creating everything that is seen on the user interface of a website, from buttons to links to animations and much more. For example, let's check out the website Porsche.com. We can notice a number of elements on this website. There's a hamburger menu, some icons, a button, an interactive video on the homepage. Everything that you see here was created by front-end developers who were given a design mock-up, which is basically a blueprint of what the finished homepage should look like. They then transformed the design mock-up into a functional homepage that will give the user an amazing experience using technologies such as HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. I want to show you guys Porsche because Porsche is an amazing example of how luxury brands use front-end development to create an immersive digital experience for the user using high-quality visuals as the one that you see here. So what technology should you learn in order to be hired as a front-end developer developing websites and web applications? Well, there are a couple, and I recommend that you learn them in the order that I'll mention them, because learning them in this order enables you to progress from the easiest technology to the most challenging technology. The first one being HTML, which is a foundational front-end web development technology. Now, HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. It's literally the backbone of a web page, as it provides a structure and organization for the content that's displayed on the user interface. So if I were to compare the properties of a website to that of the human body, HTML would be akin to the human skeleton because without its foundation, there wouldn't be a support system to build anything else on. HTML is an important front-end technology that everyone who wants to have a career as a front-end developer needs to learn. It serves as a foundation of the web, providing structure that creates user-friendly experiences. So after learning HTML, it's quite natural to move onwards and learn CSS because HTML and CSS complement each other. CSS stands for Cascading Style Sheet, so what we use CSS for is to style our HTML documents. In order to make our HTML documents look more appealing, because even though regular HTML gives us a structure to organize our content very well, it just doesn't cut it when it comes to looking visually appealing. I mean, I can let you guys judge for yourselves. Here's a look at Zara.com with CSS and without CSS. Now, which version would you guys prefer to browse on? My money's telling me that you guys would prefer to browse on the version with CSS. CSS is also great because aside from allowing us to add different things such as colors, font sizes, etc., it also enables us to create web pages and web applications that are responsive. And by responsive, I mean a website or web application that can adjust to different screen sizes and resolutions. For example, if I create a web page, I need to make sure that the application can adjust the screen size of an iPhone, a tablet, and a desktop. So learning CSS is very crucial in web development. The next technology that you should learn is Bootstrap. Bootstrap is a CSS framework. It's actually the most popular CSS framework. Bootstrap enables us to create responsive web applications just like CSS, but in a much faster way. Bootstrap is a large collection of handy reusable code. So for example, instead of spending a lot more time styling a button with regular CSS code from the ground up, you can simply use Bootstrap simple code to save you time with styling. So after learning HTML, CSS, and Bootstrap, you should be ready to create your first responsive web page using these three technologies. Now, once you create a web page, you want to store the code that you've written in HTML, CSS, and Bootstrap safely in an organized fashion, somewhere other than your computer. This is where Git and GitHub come in. Git is a version control tool that enables us to take different snapshots of our code. It's similar to what Google Docs does. It saves a copy of whatever project you're working on at that given time. So GitHub is an online platform that complements Git by enabling you to save the different snapshots that Git takes of your code on a cloud server. Learning Git and GitHub is an essential part of being not just a front-end developer, but a software developer. Because most companies typically require entry-level developers to have a good foundation of Git and GitHub. And here we are, the meat and potatoes, JavaScript. So HTML, CSS, and Bootstrap are not programming languages. HTML is a markup language, CSS is a styling language, and Bootstrap is a CSS framework. JavaScript, on the other hand, is a programming language. It enables us to create interactive and dynamic web pages. JavaScript is the most widely used programming language for front-end web development. To be precise, 98% of websites worldwide use JavaScript. Websites such as Google, Facebook, Apple use JavaScript. This is why learning JavaScript as a potential front-end web developer is important. And honestly, it's not really going anywhere anytime soon. The last technology that you should be learning on this list is React.js. which is a front-end JavaScript library that enables us to create dynamic and reactive user interfaces quickly and efficiently with significantly less code than you would with regular JavaScript alone. React.js is a popular JavaScript library for modern web development in the JavaScript community. And there you have it, YouTube, 6 technologies that you should learn if you want to become a front-end developer. So start off with HTML, then CSS, learn Bootstrap, after Git, GitHub, JavaScript, and finally React.js. If you enjoyed the value that you got from this video, please give me boy a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed yet, let's make that happen. And as always, I appreciate your time, and I'll see you guys on the next one.